Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I say good morning. It's morning with me. Might not be with you while you're listening to this, but that's just fine. Um, Today I'm going to talk about movement. And if you've watched any of my little podcast rambles, you'll have possibly seen the fact that many of them I'm moving, or at least I'm outdoors and doing something. I might be in the middle of doing something, or about to go on a walk, or just come back from a walk or bike ride or something or the other, swim. Um, so, it's Mental Health Awareness Week here in the UK from the 13th to the 19th of May. I'm not sure if it's just a UK thing. I think it is, but don't quote me on that. I didn't get around to checking before I created this video. But yeah, the importance of movement. I stopped calling it exercise a while ago. I think after listening to a few different people in the space, I like the idea of movement because exercise can feel like it's potentially a chore. When movement is that's what we do as humans. We move and including movement into our daily activities and viewing it as movement rather than exercise, might help us to view it in a different way rather than it being a chore. It's just something that we do. If you look back to, hundreds and thousands of years ago, probably even more than that, right? We moved a lot. We moved all the time. We had to move. Whether it's because we were nomadic or because the tasks that we all had involved movement. It involved caring for our communities. It involved doing stuff for the elderly, the children. It meant going out hunting, gathering. So we were constantly moving. And obviously times move on and we're in modern day times now. But it's safe to say that almost all of us, right, don't move enough, and because of the jobs that we do in particular, where for 8-9 hours, maybe more, we could be sat down. If we're driving or commuting to work on public transport, we're sat down, and then we think we can't move because we should be at our desks all day. So I just want us all to rethink, how can we incorporate movement more into our days. If you're an office-based worker or a home-based worker, but you're at a desk, what does it look like to include movement? Instead of sitting and having having lunch or your snack at your desk, split the time where you have part of it sat eating it and away from your desk, preferably. That's another key thing, but that's a whole other story. Or I'm going to move here because the sun. You separate the time and you include movement into your daily well-being task. I actually put it in my calendar to get me into the habit. I don't now because I finally kind of do it regularly, but to get me into the habit, I used to schedule 15-minute slots throughout the day of movement into my calendar, so that when I'm working, I would actually see, that I said I would go and move now. And I'm not saying you should do that, because obviously that might not work for you, but that's what worked for me. It's about finding what works for you. So I guess the last thing I want to say is, let this Mental Health Awareness Week, for those who haven't started, or maybe you're not doing so well, not only be the start of it, but the key to continuing it. Takes 66 days on average to form a habit. 2 months. 2 months to form a habit. So stick with it. You don't have to get it right all the time. It doesn't have to be perfect. You might miss a day because, for whatever reason, you might not be feeling particularly well. I don't know, whatever it is, right? But the large majority of us can move in some small way, included into your day. All right? Blessings and love. Peace.